everyone, this is Dr. B going over exam 1 for college algebra, question 7. This is an absolute value inequality, as you can tell. See the absolute value bars, greater than or equal to 7. There's two types of absolute value inequalities. When it's greater than a number or less than a number. So let's talk about it. Absolute value means distance from 0 on a number line. So what does it mean to be further than 7, greater than or equal to 7 units on the number line? It means you're over here to the right of 7, or you can go the other direction in the negative direction past negative 7 this direction. And it goes on forever. But instead of this being x is greater than or equal to 7, we have 3x minus 8 is greater than or equal to 7. So 3x minus 8 has to be greater than or equal to 7. How does 3x minus 8 compare to negative 7? It's going this direction, so it has to be less than negative 7. That's the tricky part. Notice the direction of the sign flipped for the negative 7 direction to go to the left. Notice I put or in a different color here to emphasize this is like I jokingly say in my classes, this is like the restraining order. You need to be more than 7 units or miles away from me in either direction. I also tell you, you can get half credit on every absolute value question by pretending they're not even there. So imagine these things are gone, 3x minus 8. You'd have this half right here. You'd have half of it right. But because absolute value is distance from 0, it can be in a positive direction, like toward the east or the west, or right and left. You notice I have 3 steps on the board. These are the 3 steps to solve this absolute value equation. Second step takes these equations and let's go ahead and solve for x. So solving for x, you know you want to get x alone. So I'm going to add an 8 to both sides. What I do to the left, I do to the right. Just like with equations, you do with inequalities. Negative 8 and plus 8 cancel. You get 3x on the left side of the inequality. Negative 7 plus 8 is 1. Still need to get x alone. So now we're going to divide both sides by 3. Now remember, do you actually switch the direction of the inequality? The answer is only if you're dividing or multiplying by a negative number. Since you're dividing by a positive 3, it stays the same direction. This turns out to be x is less than or equal to 1/3. Likewise, if you want to get the other points, the other half, you add 8 to both sides again, divide by 3, you get x is greater than or equal to 5. Notice I have the or symbol here. Most instructors will want you to put it in interval notation. This is what it looks like in interval notation. You got big on the right, you got small on the left of the comma. These are all x values, by the way. They're not ordered pairs, but they're x values. Notice I have a bracket here. A bracket corresponds with the equal to underline. And it goes all the way from 1/3 all the way to negative infinity. And since you can never equal an infinity, you put a parentheses. And negative infinity, believe it or not, is the smallest value. Notice you got this u for union. It always corresponds with an or. X is greater than or equal to 5. You put a bracket for the 5 because of the underline. It can actually equal 5 to make it right. Any number bigger than 5 all the way to infinity with the parentheses. So that's the solution to question 7 on this exam. You definitely want to know how to do absolute value inequalities. Thank you.